Bottled Water by Kim Dower. I go to the corner liquor store for a bottle of water. Middle of a hectic day, must get out of the office, stop making decisions, quit obsessing. Does my blue skirt clash with my hot pink flats? Should I get my mother a caregiver or just put her in a home? And I pull open the glass refrigerator door. Am confronted by brands. Arrowhead, Glitter Geyser, Deer Park, Spring, Summer, Winter Water, and clearly the boss is of bottled water. Real water and smart water. How different will they taste? If I drink smart water, will I raise my IQ but be less authentic? If I choose real water, will I no longer deny the truth, but will I attract confused, needy people who will take advantage of my realness by dumping their problems on me? And will I be too stupid to help them sort through their murky dilemmas? I take no chances. Buy them both. Sparkling smart, purified real. Drain both bottles. Look around to see. Is anyone watching? I am now brilliantly hydrated, both real and smart, my insides bubble, with compassion and intelligence as I walk the streets with a new swagger, knowing the world is mine. This poem was written by author and poet Kim Dower in 2012. The poem is about a lady who goes out to buy a bottle of water, but hesitates in making a decision because she is faced with many choices. The premise of the poem, Bottled Water, is about Kim Dower, who seems to have problems making decisions from the get-go. She went out to buy a bottle of water and is faced by many choices. This reflects on her life because it seemed that she had trouble making important life decisions, such as when she refers to her mother and says, "Should I get my mother a caregiver or just put her in a home?" Deciding how your mother should spend the last years of her life is a really important decision, and Kim Dower is constantly mumbling about choices and which she should pick. The persona of this poem is Kim Dower. You can identify this because she speaks from a first-person perspective, and no other clues are given that hint the possibility of someone else being the persona. The addressee of the poem is Kim Dower herself. She keeps referring to herself, like when she says, "I am confronted by brands. I take no chances, buy them both. If I drink smart water, will I raise my IQ?" and so on. The meaning of this poem has changed for me since I first read it. When I first read this poem, I thought it was about a lady who couldn't decide which bottle of water to buy. I thought this for a few days and then suddenly realized it could be tied to her real life troubles. That maybe she has a hard time making life choices because she doesn't want to face the consequences of either. Or that she doesn't know which path is the better one to take. What I learned about the author of the poem is that Kim Dower likes to hide things in plain sight. When you look at her poem for the first time, it may seem pretty straightforward, but if you really analyze it even more, what's underneath the poem starts to unravel itself. A thing I find mysterious about this poem is that she's hinting to us that she has problems making important life decisions, but she never fully tells us what those problems are. So one is left thinking, what exactly is troubling her that gives her a hard time to make decisions? One literary technique used in this poem is enjambment. For example, she says, "I go to the corner liquor store for a bottle of water. Middle of a hectic day, must get out of the office." We are cut off when the line ends, but the sentence hasn't ended. We can see that the praise carries over a line break without a major pause. Another literary technique used in this poem is juxtaposition. Juxtaposition is when two or more ideas are placed side by side for the purpose of developing comparisons and contrasts. In the poem, Kim Dower says, "Real water and smart water, how different will they taste? If I drink smart water, will I raise my IQ or be less authentic? If I choose real water, will I no longer deny the truth, or will I attract confused, needy people who take advantage of my realness by dumping their problems on me? I take no chances. Buy them both. Sparkling smart, purified real. Drain both bottles." This is an example of juxtaposition because she's comparing real water and smart water and talking about both of their effects. You could also say that allusion is being used. This poem is pretty much straightforward, however you could say that she uses literal meanings to say something else throughout the entire poem. She could be hinting to us that she is having problems in her real life with making choices, and she uses simple things to show this, like which bottle of water she should buy. At the beginning of the video, I used a clip of a bunch of babies swimming in water. Each of the babies represents the many choices swirling in Kim Dower's mind. I also used pictures and a new picture every second or two. Most of these photos are quite literal, but some are open for interpretation, like the picture of the shark. The clip at the beginning of the babies is actually a commercial for bottled water, and so is the one where you see the water dripping down the leaf. I timed when I would use the second commercial to the part of the poem where I say, "dumping their problems on me." On this part of the video, you can see the water sliding down the leaf and getting dumped into the water. I did this to make a connection between the text and the visual presentation. When I recited this poem, I kind of used a rushed tone. I did this because when you read the poem, you see that Kim Dower is stuck making many decisions. She keeps questioning herself on what to do, and with so many examples from what she should wear to which brand of water she should buy, one may assume that since she uses a gem frequently and stops herself to make so many choices, she has to rush and do each one quickly as to move on and get it over with. This is also why I used fast-paced music at the beginning of the video while I was reciting the poem. Overall, this poem appears very straightforward, however there is deep meaning hidden within it.